Aloha. Many of you have asked about how to get a green card. Uh, Whatever your status is, or if you're thinking about migrating to the United States, this will be your number one concern for a long time till you get your green card. So with no further ado, I would like to answer some of the questions that are out there. Of course, you can marry the right person and then things work out. You can enter the green card lottery and that will also, smooth things out. But let's talk about some of the more common or less common ways to get a green card that will hopefully satisfy some of the needs you have, whatever they might be for military or for something else. So right off the bat, you might be looking at employment-based green card. There are like 3 or 4 different categories. They're very different and very specific. And if you do some little research, you can figure out which one you might qualify. The main qualification is, of course, being needed and useful in the United States. For most of those employment-based, you have to be invited to work for a very big company that can offer you employment-based visas. Remember, for the employer, they're not cheap. So you have to provide this value in excess to whatever to already what you're providing. So watch out. It's going to be very tricky. But if you're top tier, computer science, something else, you might look into that. But if you're a normal guy like me, it's just not going to happen. I'm sorry. Another thing you can do is investment-based green card. So this is a BE5, if I remember, investor visa. And if you invest over a certain amount of cash and you employ so many people, you can get a green card. Of course, it's going to be very tricky to get this kind of money and employ so many people and provide this kind of value. But if you have this entrepreneur spirit in you to become, Elon Musk or Steve Jobs or whatever other great entrepreneurs are out there, you can definitely do it. Again, it's not for me, for me, I would struggle. Okay, let's keep going with the special immigrant visas. As you probably know, if you are a religious worker, or something like that, you can get it, if you're doing some kind of entertainment. For example, there's a pretty famous person named John Oliver. He's from England, and he has a long story of how he got his green card. He went from this entertainer to his green card, and it's a wonderful story. So it's not easy, but there are definitely different categories on how you can go from a tourist visa or a different kind of visa to a green card holder. But you just have to have a special skill, and you have to be wanted, and somebody has to stick their neck out for you. So if you're not that kind of a person that is, pretty outgoing or highly skilled, it's just not going to happen. Of course, you can also apply for diversity visa. Those are pretty easy to get, but you just have to be lucky. So if you want to know more, do your own research. If you have specific questions about that, I can give you kind of an introduction. But again, I'm not an immigration lawyer. So if your questions are too specific, you will at some point have to hire a lawyer to figure this out. So that's something you have to think about. Again, if you work for government entities like United Nations or NATO or something like that, again, they will have some special programs for you to join this American family. But again, you have to have a special skill. Most of all, just work with your local government, wherever you happen to be, and once you're selected to be part of this diplomatic corps or some kind of a state government entity, it's going to be pretty easy for you to make those connections and figure out how to stay in America legally, permanently, whether it's for a green card or for some other means. Remember, do not overstay your visa. Do not do anything weird, because any kind of red flag will totally destroy your good citizen status. And once that is gone, you're going to have to provide lots more paperwork to show how good of a person you are, and they might still kick you out. So don't do anything foolish or crazy. Always play it safe. And when in doubt, consult a lawyer. A lawyer is your best friend. I understand that, those fees can be expensive, but making a right move can save you a lot of time and money than making kind of a grayish area move where you're going to get burned and it might not be pretty. whatever happens, it will leave a scar. So I'm going to leave you with these questions. Again, post them on my social media to figure out how can I best serve you.